Moment of silence for the champions, for those who make going hard a lifestyle. Never wait for nothing, gotta get it right now. I'm in the spotlight when they turn the lights down. Only a champ swing the hardest in the 12th round. I love the fourth quarter, I love the ninth inning, I love game 7. Bring on the competition, cause in my heart can't nobody do it better. Can't slow me down, won't stop me never. I'm so Cassius Clay, I'm Tyson in his prime.
You know me, man. I'm Barry Bonds with Mines. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Pressure Podcast. This is a Saturday night edition. Let's get
Give
it.
me a hell yeah!
What's up, people?
Coming to you on a day where Penn State, Florida State, and a few other states, Texas, and just shit the bed. Not a good omen for the weekend. Hopefully it doesn't continue. Last weekend, there was a few upsets, and they exactly what continued on to the QFL season, week 4.
My team's cooked, so I don't care.
My team's been cooked. Florida State's done.
Saute their ass. Done.
Yeah. It's just one of those. That's
I know how
why.
I feel, bro. Just hit the blunt. It's all good. I get
No, it's okay. I can care less about college football like that. I'm not like you guys.
Yeah, I know, right? You can hear me from the room like, what's wrong with this nigga? Like, yeah, we going through it, boy. I'm telling you, it's been a while since Texas been good, man, like that. I just wish we could get that back to that Colt McCoy days.
I only worry about college football to
Carter
see
days. Anyways,
the
that's young days.
up and coming pros that are gonna be playing Sundays. Other than that, college football is just something to watch. It's football. It's something to watch.
So what you think about his performance? Was it good? Did you like it?
Of whose?
Bex.
No, not at all. I thought he held on to the ball very much. Miami got to give him credit, but they only took advantage of like 3 mistakes that literally gave him the scores.
Yeah,
All
for
3
real.
scores came from
Basically, they took-
blown coverage, kind of.
Basically, they took the
Except
took
that
the
one
lead,
slant.
and once they took the lead, they were just like they tried to like just play cruise control, and that almost bit them in the ass.
I don't think they try to play cruise control. I literally think they try to continue their offense. Just their offense wasn't clicking today. Outside of, like I said, a few blown coverage plays and one good slant.
Well, I did say this defense is a challenge either way. It don't matter. They just gonna sit there and give up points.
They got their touchdowns not by drives. They got their touchdowns by plays. If that makes any sense.
No, yeah, for real. Like long plays.
Yeah, they only got it by a few plays. It wasn't like they successfully did drives that got them there. No, explosive plays. That, you know what I'm saying. So, if I'm Miami, I worry a little bit about fixing that.
Especially because like late in the game, you guys went to some shit there, and none of that shit was working.
No, that shit never works.
And then you were trying to like be smart as a coach, but you ended up doing the dumb shit like throwing the ball on what was that, second down that they threw the ball that stopped the clock. I was like, yo, What are you doing? Just run the ball and let them use their timeout.
And then they went for it on 4th down instead of kicking the field goal, and they didn't get it, so they gave Florida State ball possession with a minute and something left, where they could have ran into for less seconds than that. That wasn't
Just
very
some
smart.
stuff you want to clean up.
Yeah, that wasn't
Trying
very
to
smart.
be that team.
But today we're going to focus mostly on the pros, because tomorrow we got a slate of games and a London game as well. Today is Saturday, Savage Saturdays. Today is when we put players under pressure.
So the Vikings must have just stayed out there, huh?
Basically, because they were out there already. So they're on double vacation.
I'm like, what the hell's going on over here? Why they get through games?
But they're not the only team on double vacation, just so you know. We will get to that shortly. But without further ado, we are coming to you live from our studio in Orlando, Florida. It's your boy King Cole.
Oh, bro.
Finish him!
We are rated M for millennials.
Ladies and gentlemen.
So today is when we have a format. We're here live Monday, Thursdays, and Saturdays at midnight, only on Pressure Podcast Live on YouTube. So you can catch us here. Mondays we recap the weekend and see what we learned. Then on Thursday we establish what we learned from the weekend, what we need to establish. Top 10 quarterbacks, top 10 teams, the tiers of teams and what we see, with the trends that we see noticeably. And then on Saturday is what we established on Thursday to make our picks and predictions and put players under pressure for the upcoming weekend, right? Our week slated game, which is on a few hours from now. Matter of fact, it's midnight right now, so the 9 o'clock game in London is literally at 9 o'clock. So I'm sure a lot of people are going to start pre-gaming very soon up there in the UK. Shout outs to the people in UK.
Give me a hell yeah.
Those are brothers and sisters in arms. I gonna start with the London game, but I got to refresh everybody and let you know that thus far, coming into week 5, eliminating week 1 because week 1 we started slow. I am 28-14 on my pick so far. What are you again?
27-15.
Finish him.
So above 500 record thus far. All right, so like I said, Savage Saturday. Today we make our week 5 picks, predictions, and players under pressure. Plus we'll talk a few best of the weekend, some fantasy football while we're at it. For those who don't know, players under pressure just means that we're gonna see who's under pressure to perform this weekend. And then there's levels to this. Who's on the most pressure and who's the least pressure.
Absolutely.
So let's start with the first few games here. So this is the first week of bye weeks in the pro football. So it's going to be a little bit less games that we cover. But starting with the Minnesota and Cleveland game over there in the UK. This is a game featuring a rookie QB debut. And Dylan, what's his name? Daniel Gabriel, whatever his name is. Dylan Gabriel. Let's see if he could become Villain Gabriel. This is going to be interesting. The Cleveland Browns are 3.5-point underdogs. They expect Minnesota to win with Carson Wentz. But this is a hellacious defense, however, a veteran quarterback. So what do you expect from this game?
Vikings are just going to have a better day, but barely. It's, because I believe in the weapons that the Minnesota Vikings have, as opposed to the ones that the Browns don't have. I think that's what's going to change this. And the fact that I feel like that pass rush, even though that's going to get the Cleveland Browns pass rush, we know they're hell. And obviously they got Myles Garrett. But Minnesota's no slouch.
Hell no.
And going up against, a rookie quarterback, I'm pretty sure they're going to feast. So I'm expecting, a defensive game.
Yeah.
But I think just Minnesota, just because of their weapons, they'll be able to get it done.
Okay.
But I do think the game will be close.
You know what I expect? I expect Gabriel to look like Jake Browning versus Minnesota defense. That's what I expect. I don't think this guy was pro ready. Neither was Shedeur Sanders. This is why Joe Flacco was forced to start. But with the clear sight of the fact that Joe Flacco isn't going to be able to really do much this late in his career anymore, you have to go in another direction. So you were forced to play this guy, but only because you spent a lot of valuable assets to go get him. Because a 4th round pick ain't no joke. That ain't cheap. And
Absolutely.
you might as well see what you got. And he's the one at the head of the depth chart behind Joe Flacco, so it is what it is. It's not because he's white and the other guy's black. Shedeur Sanders is just not pro-ready as much as this guy is. And I don't think this guy is pro-ready. And not to mention, just like Dart, his first game was a fucking test. Same thing. Your first game is a fucking test. You got the Minnesota Vikings. This is a hellacious pass rush, one of the top 5 at the moment in sacks. And they're not taking the ball away like they were last year, but you know what I'm saying? For a rookie quarterback, some disguises might be confusing. He's not used to this kind of shit. So I expect Gabriel once again to look like Jake Browning in here versus Minnesota D. I got Minnesota winning this game, and I think they're going to cover the 3.5-point spread. What do you got?
Yeah, I got Minnesota.
All right. Oh, wait, where's my highlight? So I got Minnesota. All right. So let's get to the my Baltimore Ravens and Houston game. I call it the life support game. The reason why I call it that is because whoever loses this fucking game is going to miss the playoffs. I don't think whoever is going to be starts 1-4 makes the playoffs. So this is the life support game. This is not even a life vest. Someone throws a donut off a cruise, man overboard. No, this is life support. You're in intensive care. You have iron lungs. If you lose one more, your season's over. What do you expect in this game?
I expect Derrick Henry to touch the ball 25 to at least 30 times because that's where they're gonna have to go to. Gonna have to run everything off of play action. I expect Houston. I'm picking the Houston to win this game, but because Baltimore's just so depleted in every way, their secondary as opposed to, including their defensive line, pretty much everybody's hurt there. It's like it's a lot of starters out, man. So I'm gonna say Houston just because they're healthy. I'm gonna roll with them, but I still think this game will be close. I haven't trusted too much in what C.J. Stroud has done this year and in the past year, so he's worrying me a little bit.
I agree. I am very, very, heartbroken here because I don't want to bet against my own team. I don't want to go against my own team, but he's right. We are too depleted. Too many people are playing, and right now as we speak, Lamar Jackson is out. So I don't expect Cooper Rush and the defense to be able to do anything because we don't have a defense right now. 7 of 11 players are missing this game, and unless C.J. Stroud becomes a shit show, I just don't see it happening. I got Houston winning this game. I expect the loser of this game to miss the playoffs. That's my expectation. All right, let's get to the no primetime at least. The reason I say that, not primetime at least, is thank goodness they didn't put this as a primetime game because this is Tua versus Bryce Young. Neither one of these two are playing elite quarterback or pro quarterback level at this point. These guys are playing like Jake Brownings. And both these teams are 1-3. They're literally off the playoff map at the moment. What do you expect from this game, and do you even care?
I expect this game to be 3-0.
Yeah.
I don't trust. I put here. I'm expecting incompetent quarterback play. Don't trust neither one of them.
Be cool, nigga.
I expect this game to be really low. I'm exaggerating, but I expect this game to be really low. Maybe 20 to like 20. 24 or something like that.
It might be closer to 2-0 at that point. I think so. I expect this shit to be a low scoring game and a trash game.
That bad?
Yeah. I'm going to pass on this game. I'm not going to let this couple of trash QBs ruin my fucking 28-14 record. But
I'm going to pass on this one.
But fucking, just for argument's sake, I'll just go with
the Panthers.
I'm going with you know what? That ain't right. You know what?
This is not right.
Fuck Miami. I'll go with you, Carolina. You're at home. I'm gonna go with the home team. But it don't count to our record, okay?
Yeah, it don't count. We're just saying it.
Okay. All right. So the next slate of games here, we have Las Vegas at Indiana. Indiana's favored by 7 points convincingly because they are a way better team than Las Vegas. I do agree. What do you expect from this game?
I expect the Colts to come in and take care of business.
Okay.
I think the quarterback's playing better. I think they have a better running game, although I give credit where credit's due. Gentry's starting to turn it on a little bit there. Definitely see him go in the right direction in that last game, so that was big. But I think as far as running backs, who we know is Jonathan Taylor more than we know Gentry, so I think they win there too. Their wide receivers, I think they win there too. Love Tyler Warren. I think Tyler Warren's playing just as good as Brock Bowers was last year. So, yeah, I'm rolling with the Colts, and I'll take that. I'll take the 7.
I agree with you. I expect Daniel Jones and the Colts to bounce back. I also expect JT to have a good game. Las Vegas is one of the worst rushing defenses in the league. I expect this to be pretty much a convincing blowout. I think maybe not exactly 21 blow, but 17 or so. I think this is going to cover it. Indiana's going to win this game as well. What if they don't win, though?
If they don't win, then
I don't know what to say about
I mean,
Indiana, right?
That'll definitely move them back.
Yeah.
But
That's why I don't have him in my top 10 yet. I don't trust them, but I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think
but
that's gonna
as
happen.
far as I've seen,
But I've seen crazier shit happen.
I see a pretty good defense over there too.
I do.
They got a good pass
I
rush.
do.
Underrated pass rush.
All right, the next game it starts breakout game is what I call it here. Giants are on the road in New Orleans. Believe it or not, the Giants are not favored here. New Orleans is favored by 1.5 points.
Wow.
Is this disrespect
Yes.
to the Jackson Dart and the New York
Yes.
Giants? I think so.
Yes.
I think so.
Cool, nigga.
The worst team in the league should never be favored against a breakout quarterback
That
like
just
Jackson
won-
Dart,
that-
okay,
and that
who
just
just
won a
beat
really-
the Chargers out of all teams, okay?
Really good game.
A really good team. So I think this is going to be his breakout game. There's no defense over there to speak of. I think Wandale Robinson and company are going to eat. I know Malik Neighbors is gone, but they still got weapons. And I think Jackson Dart is one of those guys that makes weapons out of whoever can catch. So I got the Giants winning by, I say 6 points. I say 6-7 points. I got the upset here. What do you expect?
I expect. I think Kamara's gonna eat because they can't stop the run. The Giants, they're 29th in giving up rushing yards allowed. Rushing yards allowed 153. So I'm expecting him to eat. I think the game will be close. It could be 6. I'm leaning more to 3 though.
Okay.
I'm leaning more to 3.
But
think
I
it'll be
expect
closer than that. Just because
Dart-
it's at home.
I expect Dart to kick their ass a little bit. I expect them to
Yeah.
have a breakout game.
Well,
So we both got the Giants on this.
that'll be great. Yep.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And then you have the Dak
I
and
don't
Trash
see why I
game.
would take the other team.
The Dallas Cowboys, who are 1-2-1 because of the tie last week, are in the road. They're in a very friendly stadium. It's just going to be painted differently. They're at home. The New York Trash are at home, inviting the Dallas Cowboys to come in, who are more than welcome in that. They play once a year in that stadium against the Giants, so there's nothing new. I think this is not going to be an uncomfortable game. I think Dallas is rightly favored by only 1.5 because I think New York is going to score on them. But I expect a funny game, atrocious defense, and a New York loss. That's what I expect.
Finish him.
I wrote here Dak, Cook early and often. I expect that. Jets will have a good output offensively, but it still won't be enough.
Yeah.
So that's what I got.
I think we're gonna laugh. I think there's gonna be a lot of stupid situations in this game. It maybe even coaching wise. So I think this is gonna be something we're gonna
I
popcorn
think we're
in
gonna
a
see
funny
a
way.
PI. I think we're gonna see a really bad PI too.
More than likely, but we're gonna laugh at that game. I promise you. Then we have the 4 o'clock games here. So I know there's games missing. We're gonna get to those later. Here we have Kyler's bye week. Okay. Arizona's at home inviting the Tennessee Titans, who are 0-4 and struggling to do anything. Arizona's rightly favored by 7.5 points. I expect Kyler to play like ass in this game. I repeat, I expect Kyler Murray to play like ass. And they're still going to blow them out. I'm thinking 2 touchdowns to an interception, maybe even a fumble. Or
Damn, that bad.
or 1 touchdown, 1 interception kind of thing.
That's Kyler.
Kyler Murray. And they're still going to kick their ass. They're probably going to win by 20 points. They're still going to kick their ass. That's what I expect.
I'm expecting Kyler Murray to look good actually, but with caution. 'Cause I don't think Kyler Murray knows how to. I don't know, like when he gets into a rhythm, he feels like he can make any throw and do anything. So then he starts like playing around, and that's where I'm like, dude, just keep it simple.
I've
You ain't
never
gotta do.
I've never seen him play safe.
Yeah, that's the problem. That's why I say with caution,
Cautious.
and I think Cam's gonna struggle because
Caucasian. None of that shit is in Kyler's vocabulary. That man takes risks. That man is gonna throw picks. He's gonna play like ass, but they're gonna blow the Tennessee Titans out. But you got Arizona, obviously, right?
Absolutely.
Yes, and you got them covering 7.5.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then we got Lions extended bye week. Remember how you said that Minnesota stays on vacation over there on the other side of the world. The Lions have an extended bye week. 2 weeks in a row, they have a bye week. They had a bye week with the Cleveland Browns last week, and they have a bye week with the Cincinnati Bengals this week. There's nothing to think about here. The Detroit Lions are 10.5-point favorites on the road.
I put there.
So Vegas tells you everything you need to know. What do you expect?
I'm expecting a 50 ball.
This is what it says here. Detroit should have been favored by 30.5. That's what I have here, motherfucker.
I think this is
10.5.
I think this is about to be like one
This is
of the
guaranteed
best
money.
Offensive
Guaranteed money right
performances
here,
of
guys.
the year.
This is one of the bets of the week right here. Guaranteed money. Bet heavy Detroit.
Jesus.
All right, bait heavy Detroit. Bet that Alvin Ross is gonna have
Blake
12
Browning.
catches. Bet that Gibbs is gonna have 100 yards receiving and rushing total.
Jameson Williams is gonna have about 200 yards.
Montgomery's gonna have another 60, 70 on the ground. Anytime Gibbs and Montgomery and Amon-Ra combo touchdowns, all three of them. And you know what? That white boy that catches one-handed balls, throw some shit on him too, just in case. You'll see, he'll hit.
Golf's
It'll hit.
gonna have 6 touchdowns in this game.
Yes. All right, and then the last game here is JD5 in Hollywood. The Washington Redskins, 2-2, are on the road at the Chargers, who are 2.5-point favorites. What do you expect in this game? Remember, JD5 is back.
And I'm expecting JD5 to show what a real quarterback look like. It's real simple. He's just a better quarterback. He's more consistent, and he's got better legs than this dude. So I'm rolling with Washington in this. I think they gonna. I think they got the pieces. They just were missing their quarterback.
Yes. I expect JD5 to outplay handsomely. Pause. The Herb at home. I expect JD5 to have like 3 or 4 touchdowns and Justin Herbert to have 1. That's what I expect. No, not really. He's probably gonna have like 2 or 3, but he's gonna have a very inefficient game compared to JD5. I think the Washington Redskins are going to upset this spread. I think the Chargers have been overrated. I think everybody hopped on the bandwagon a little too early and forgot that the regular season is it's a marathon.
Well, they started off like that, like from the beginning of the season.
Yeah,
they were saying.
But Green Bay and the Chargers have been brought back down to regular level. They were knocked off their high horse, and now it looks like they're not as good as everybody thought they were, and I think the Redskins are better than them when JD5 is healthy. So I got JD5 taking this upset. What do you got?
I got JD.
Okay.
Sticking with Washington.
Okay. So then those are the games to cover. Oh, one more thing I wanted to add. Where was it? For those who are like me and had Jamar Chase, I also had Joe Burrow. Yeah. I would actually still play him in this week because Jake Browning's going to be ass. But if there's a defense where you could throw for the first time in a few weeks, this is the one. So you could still play him. But after that, I'd bench Jamar Chase. That's all I'm saying. All right, let's get to the real games, the money games. Let's start with yours. It's Denver on the road at Philadelphia. You guys are 4-0 against their 2-2. You guys are 4.5-point favorites. Denver has not beaten Philadelphia since 2013.
Finish him.
This is a matchup of the number 15 offense and the number 2 defense on the road against the number 7 offense and the number 16 defense at home. What to expect in this game, bro?
I'm expecting our defense to continue where they're trending upward. Definitely starting to get acclimated to the defense. If they weren't already, I feel like it's just just adding that chemistry. Once you get that chemistry, I think you start to get going there a little bit more. So from 16, by next week, 16 we're gonna go up higher. Let's put it like that. In the offense, I'm expecting them to click because they've been talking about this A.J. Brown thing all week. And I don't know if you noticed, but every time that these motherfuckers are talking about the Eagles go out there and show them what's what. Every time they shut them the fuck up. So I'm just expecting them to do that. You know what I'm saying? I expect Bo Nix to have some success, but I still don't think Bo Nix is playing that great as he was last year, in my opinion. So but I also expect their defense to give us help. Think it'll be a close game. I'm going with the Eagles, 4.5. I'll probably go a field goal.
I am going with the Philadelphia 76ers as well. I think you guys are the stronger team mentally and more experienced team. I think this is going to be a close game. I don't know if you guys are going to cover. I wouldn't bet the cover. I would just bet the money line. This is not a safe. I don't like 4.5 because it usually doesn't end in like a 5-game win or something like that. It's usually 3 or 7 or something like that, 3-6. I'd put the money line on this one. So if Denver hasn't beaten Philadelphia since 2013, I'm not going to expect. I just don't expect a team as unexperienced or inexperienced as Denver to go into Philadelphia and win like that. I'm sorry, but if there's a saving grace is that they have the number 2 passive defense. This is going to be a test for your new offensive coordinator for sure.
And the run game, you can't run on them either.
So
it's gonna be fun.
This will be interesting here. Obviously, we already know which QB do you trust, but which defense do you trust here?
Obviously, Denver, because they've been showing it since game 1 that they're one of those top defenses. But in the long run, I'm trusting my defense because I think my defense is going to be so much better by the end of the year, and we'll be top 10 ranked because I can see it already. I saw it last week. Yes, we gave up those plays, but that's probably the reason why we're the number 16 defense. If we don't give up those 2 long plays against the Bucks,
I know,
you know what I'm saying? Like it's a whole different. Then that's a whole different conversation up there with the defensive rankings and all that stuff.
I trust your defense more because your defense is more battle tested. I think their secondary is very solid. I think this is one of the best secondaries. Actually, the second best secondary in the league behind Kansas City. I think this is a very, very good team, and I think a game like this is going to be awesome for experience and wisdom. I think this is going to be, whether they come out with a victory or a loss, this is one of those tests for them as well. Can they handle mental fortitude? Because to beat the Eagles, you have to be mentally strong. You don't have to be talented. Obviously you have to have talent on your field. It's not what I meant to say. What I meant to say, you don't have to be talented, meaning you don't have to be the fiercest offense in the league. You don't have to be the sharpest defense in the league. You could just do it with a good game plan, execution, and limit mistakes.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? But
UFC history.
limited mistakes. Sorry, y'all. I got the MMA fight over here. I don't think that it's a smart idea for you to bet on the spread just because I think this is going to be one of those defensive games. But judging how everything's gone, it looks like you might cover, but I just take the money line. But that's crazy. I have no idea they haven't been used since 2013.
Tell me how impressive that is right there.
Yeah.
Number 7 offense, and we're struggling offensively.
Yeah.
I think that right there says enough about
That goes to show you. That just goes to show you. So good shit there. So let's get to the next game here. It's one of the 4 o'clock games. This is Tampa Bay on the road against Seattle. Seattle is 3.5 point favorites. So they're gonna be wearing the throwback unis because these are 1976 expansion twins. Both of these franchises came into the NFL the same year as new expansion franchises.
That's what's up.
So they'll be throwing. So you expect the creamsicle for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Everybody loves. I hate those. I like the ones they wear right now. This is a matchup of the number 14 offense and the 20th ranked defense on the road against the number 7 offense and the number 3 ranked defense. What to expect to this game, bro? This is gonna be a good one.
I expect a nice little, just a great execution in this game. That's what I expect. Great execution in this game. I don't expect too many turnovers. I expect really good offensive play. This is gonna be, to me, this is gonna come down to the coaches. This isn't gonna come down to the fact that Baker Mayfield's a better quarterback because that defense is for real. So Baker's not gonna put up those crazy ass numbers that he usually does, but he's a gamer, so you know it's gonna be a close game. I'm still on the fence about this.
You got to make a pick, bro.
it got me because I'm thinking Seahawks at home. Damn, Baker.
You don't trust Sam over Baker.
I don't trust Sam over Baker, but I also just, man, it's something about the Bucks. They stay in games, you know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the Bucks.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with the Bucks on this one.
I'm rolling with Seattle, actually. I'm rolling with Seattle. What to expect? I expect Baker to outplay Sam Darnold. That's what I expect. But I think the defense is too good for a rookie Ibuka. And unless Godwin and Mike Evans are on their A game, and I don't have any reason for them not to be.
Godwin might have more touches this week. Absolutely.
But I just don't like the fact that I don't think the Tampa Bay is going to run the football very much in this game. I hope they do. I hope they do. I hope they do. And I hope they do it successfully. But I don't think so.
I don't know. Something about that kid, Tucker, Sean Tucker. In most of his games that he's played, most of the snaps, they've been really good running the ball. So, I don't know. We'll see. But I believe it's Rashad White and Tucker. I like that. I don't know. I think this is gonna be a good. This is a great matchup.
Yeah.
This is probably I think this is my game of the. What you think? Game of the week.
This is the game of the week in the 4 o'clock games. Yeah. Actually, probably not. This is the game of the week. This is the game of the week. I think Sam Darnold's going to go pretty good, but I think Baker Mayfield's going to be a little bit better. I just think that the Seahawks are going to win at home just because I don't think Tampa's going to be able to run. I don't think they're going to be able to run clock. I think they're going to be able to control the situation there. But I'm never going to count out Tampa Bay, but I'm going, if I have to bet, I'd bet the Seahawks. I will probably bet the money line because if something tells me they're going to win by a late field goal, and that's not going to cover it. So I go with the money line on this one.
Gotcha.
Yeah. All right, and let's get to the Sunday night football game. This is a matchup of crazy because right now Buffalo has won 7 of the last 10 versus the Patriots. Okay, but this is all since 2020, the first year without Tom Brady.
Yeah.
So this is 70%, right?
Mm-hmm.
New England has 70-something wins against the Bills all time, and they've won because of Brady's over 70% of their matches. So it's funny how right now it's 70% in the Buffalo's favor when just a few years ago it was 70% in New England's favor. But you got a matchup of the 2-2 11th ranked offense and 10th ranked defense. This is a solid top 10 team apparently on paper compared to the productions. And my rankings, the ranks are by points, not yardage. Against the number 2 offense in the league and the 17th ranked defense in the league. They are undefeated 4-0 in their home, favored by 8.5. What to expect in this game, brother?
As much as I love Drake May, and I think Drake May is gonna be a hell of a fucking quarterback.
Watch what you say.
This is just, it's not fair when it comes to the quarterback play. I mean, it's like, I'm not saying Drake May can't get to his level, but he ain't on his level.
Hell no.
So that's why I'm going here with the Buffalo Bills, even though I think in a couple more years, you guys will, give him a run for his money.
Yep. You said it perfectly, bro.
Fatality.
The better quarterback by far is the MVP on this side at home, okay? Don't question it. I'm not betting the spread, but I'm taking the money line for sure because I don't trust the defense of the Buffalo Bills. So I'm not gonna bet them. I'm not gonna trust them with 9 points of my money. Nah.
I'm not saying Drake ain't gonna get stats. He gonna get stats.
But put the money line easily.
He's going up short.
I might even take a flyer and put New England on the plus 8.5. I'm not expecting them to win, just to be a close game. But you never know with New England, so I'm just saying, just bet the money line. The safe bet here is Buffalo money line.
We've seen Josh Allen in the clutch in big situations. Drake May, no offense,
Yeah.
It's new territory.
I expect Drake May to put up a good fight, but it ain't gonna compare to Josh Allen and company. Sorry, this is not good enough.
He's
yet.
just gonna outwow him. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be like where he's sitting right there, like
You could tell it was the best
looking
player
at
on the field.
looking at Kobe basically, looking at Kobe Bryant on the other side. Like, damn man, I can't wait to get to that level.
So the fight's about to start over here. We got the UFC fight, but obviously we can't show it here. Sorry, y'all. But then the Monday Night Football game. This is a good game here. Here you have the
Whatever.
reigning AFC champion Kansas City Chiefs on the road, 3.5-point favorites. All of a sudden they're favorites now against the Jacksonville Jaguars. I wonder why, who are 3-1 at home. You got the 14th ranked offense and the 7th ranked defense on the road against the 17th ranked offense and the 5th ranked defense.
Oh, that's a typo, right?
So
That's a typo on the defense of Jaguars, right?
no,
Nah, no, I'm fucking with you.
they're a top 5 defense on paper. But they've had a pretty easy schedule.
Yeah,
right?
I'm gonna say it's a
Let's
typo
just say it,
there.
right? Let's just say it, right? They got Brock Purdy right after he was hurt. He came back healthy and he wasn't Brock Purdy, so they had an easy day there. They had Jake Browning, so no.
Yeah, they should have played Mac Jones, bro. I ain't even gonna lie.
So no.
So let Purdy just sit down.
Kansas City's on an 8-game win streak versus Jacksonville. Jacksonville has never beaten Pat Mahomes. Trevor Lawrence has never beaten Pat Mahomes. What do you expect from this game?
More of the same.
Yep.
Don't like the quarterback play from Trevor Lawrence all season or
Nope.
past season or the season before that, to be honest.
He plays like Jake Browning.
And yeah, I'm rolling with their offense and their defense.
Yeah.
Because I just too much. It's a lot of experience versus really none. So yeah, I think this is an easy pick.
I expect Pat Mahomes to clearly be the better quarterback. I expect Trevor Lawrence to be Trevor Lawrence like he always has been. And for those of you wondering why I call everybody a Jake Browning, is because I think Jake Browning is literally the worst quarterback in the fucking league. And I'm not just saying that because I have Jamar Chase as my fantasy football player.
Finish him.
I don't expect Jacksonville to beat Kansas City. This is going to be a 9-game win streak. They're going to cover the 3.5-point spread. I just think it's going to be a close game. I think it's going to be 24-20, 24-17. Maybe not even 17. Maybe 24-10 or 13 or something like that. I don't even think they're going to score more than a touchdown. But if they score a touchdown, it's probably going to be on defense. Maybe they're going to make somebody throw a pick or a fumble. Because their defense gets a lot of turnovers. So let's see if they can get Pat Mahomes and them to turn the ball over.
Facts.
But that's the Monday Night Football game. Let's get to the players under pressure. We're rated M for millennials, as I noted earlier. We like to do things millennials' way, as you can see by our decorations back there. We like to put players under pressure like they do in Dragon Ball Z. There are 2 special rooms in Dragon Ball Z when the shit gets going. When the Cell games are about to begin, when Frieza's on the way, when the androids come out of nowhere, these motherfuckers go to either the hyperbolic time chamber. This is a special room where you can spend a year's worth of training in 24 hours, okay? Come back stronger than ever. So let's get to it. Here's your hyperbolic time chamber. Go ahead, brother.
Travis
Take it
C.J.
away.
Stroud in there, going against a weak secondary. No offense to you. I need you to show me something. Show me something from. I don't know what, because that's a problem. The problem is we haven't seen it in a long time. We haven't seen a C.J. Stroud in a long time. Rookie year, so just show me something. Then I have Justin Herbert in there because there's no way in hell you had 0 points in the 4th quarter. There's no way in hell that you let the Giants beat you. So come this game, you better bring it, because I think the Redskins are, they're just all right defensively. I wouldn't say they're really that good, because their secondary to me is actually Swiss cheese.
You still had him in your top 10 QBs list, right?
Who?
Herbert.
Herbert? No, I don't think I did.
Are you sure?
Double check for me.
No,
don't think so.
I deleted it. I had it right here where you have this.
Oh, okay. You're good. Don't worry. I'll look it up. I got it right here. Baker, I got you in there because I just need you to ball. That's a hellacious defense you're going up against, and just maneuver through the traffic there. Jared Goff, I have you in there because it's easy. I mean, you just can't lose to this team. It's that simple. You lose to this team, like that'd be insane. So I'm expecting you to eat early and often from that off of that defense because that defense is trash. Dak, again, this is a walk. This should be a walk in the park for you. Then I have.
Nah, that's not gonna be a walk in the park for him.
I have Patrick. Huh?
That's not gonna be a walk in the park for him. With not with his defense.
No, I'm talking about him. I'm not talking about I'm not talking about his defense. I'm just talking about him.
Okay.
I just need him to perform. I don't care about the result because I already know how bad Dallas defense is. I just need you to perform.
And he's not just saying that because he's an Eagle fan.
I'm not just saying that because you're in my top 10 quarterbacks either. I got Pat Mahomes in there because Patty, I just need you to continue on. If this continues, guess what you might be in the conversation for? The MVP, which I had you.
I don't know about all that, Jack.
So we'll see. We'll see. We shall see. You're in the right. You're aiming in the right direction.
MVP.
You're aiming in the right direction. Don't lie. Drake May.
You had him as a top 10.
Yeah, I do. I just need you. I just need you to give me 3 touchdowns against this Bills defense. Sorry. Josh Allen is gonna cook y'all, but all I need you to do is just show me consistency offensively, and that'll be that. Jalen Hurts, the reason why you're in there, it's real simple. They've been talking shit about us all week, saying A.J. Brown needs to stop tweeting and this and that, the third. But every time we calm that noise down and we go and get the job done and we shut these fuckers up. So that's all I need you to do, brother. Go out there and shut these fuckers up. That's mine.
The main event's about to start.
Those are my players in the pressure.
Gotcha. Good list, though.
Give me a hell yeah.
All right. To close off the segment, I put the players under pressure in the gravity room. In Dragon Ball Z, that's a special room where you can multiply Earth's gravity times however much you can handle, and that's how the pressure gets to you. But depending on how you could overcome that, you come out a better fighter, ready for the Cell games, ready for Frieza, ready for the androids. So let's start with the 20 times gravity. In this room, you will find Drake May, you will find Bo Nix, and you will find Trevor Lawrence. And every time I put him in a gravity room, I give him special instructions. For Drake May, to go David. For those who don't know what that means, going David means go David and Goliath. The biblical story about a big giant that was beating everybody's armies until a little underdog called David came in with a little slingshot and a rock and bow, knocked him down. That's what he's going to have to do because his Goliath is Josh Allen, the guy that plays it. He has to play 2 times in his division.
Goddamn, white boy.
So you're going to have to go David on that ass if you want to win. For Bo Nix is to go Jerry. For those who don't know what Cat and Mouse is, Tom and Jerry is one of the most famous cartoons of it. You need to go Jerry. The funny thing about Tom and Jerry is Tom is the cat. He went and does all this traps to go get his mouse, and Jerry beats him every single time. Guess who this motherfucker's going to get? Philadelphia Eagles, the reigning champions. You're going to have to go cat and mouse if you want to win this game. And then for Trevor Lawrence, I tell him to go Turtle. You all know the classic tale of the turtle and the hare. The hare is way faster, but he gets overconfident, falls asleep thinking he has time to rest, and the turtle beats him. That's why he's the turtle, because he ain't going to play good. But if he could just limit his mistakes and game manage and play like the turtle, maybe he could win. Maybe. I doubt it.
Finish him.
Let's get to the 50 times gravity room. And here you're going to find JD5, Sam Darnold, and Kyler Murray. I also gave them instructions. For JD5 is to remind everybody what the fuck you are. You are a Super Saiyan. You are the greatest rookie quarterback of all time. And you're going to go into Hollywood and kick Justin Herbert's ass in his own house. Okay? Then you're going to go to Sam Darnold. I told him to rewind. I want him to rewind everything he did the last few weeks and start doing that because you have become a very good quarterback in this league. And I want you to rewind to the days that you and Baker Mayfield, who is your opponent, were teammates in Carolina. Remind Carolina everything that they're missing out on, and I want you to rewind the clock and show who Sam Darnold fucking is. And then you have Kyler fucking Murray. I want you to revive. In Call of Duty, everybody who plays Call of Duty knows that when you play in Warzone, if somebody shoots you down, you're not automatically dead. You have a chance to revive yourself if you have a kit, and hopefully nobody shoots you while you do that. So he needs to revive his career. He needs to revive his season because you guys are falling fast, 2-2 right now, and time is ticking. And then let's get to the 100 times gravity room. In here, you're gonna find Justin Herbert, Dak Prescott, and Baker Mayfield. And I also gave them instructions. For Justin Herbert is to keep out of the wild card round, motherfucker. You have no chance to win any playoff games if you come in on the road. So stay at home. Keep out of the wild card and make sure you stay winning so you can keep away the Kansas City Chiefs and the Denver Broncos and company. For Dak Prescott to keep up, you need to keep up with your rivals and your contemporary if you want to make the playoffs. And then for Baker, keep it. Whatever you have going on right now, the clutch and all that shit, keep it going. Just keep it going and you should be successful. And then you have the 400 times gravity room. This is only for the Super Saiyans. In here I have Pat Mahomes, Jalen Hurts, and Josh Allen. And, of course, they're glowing Super Saiyan style. I also gave them special instructions. To go MVP, I need you to do what you did last week and become the better player when you need to. Just go MVP and you win. I gave your boy this, you can say, go Super Bowl MVP. Go torch fucking Denver if you can and fuck it up for him. And then Josh Allen, stay MVP. Just do what you do best, and you should be able to beat the New England Patriots one more time. So that's the players under pressure for Week 5, ladies and gentlemen.
Finish him.
Well done, sir.
Yes, sir. As always, that's become my favorite segment now. Players under pressure. So I'm going to take my 28-14 record into this weekend and see how we come out. But the fight's about to start, so we're going to sign out here. Once again, this is the Pressure Podcast. It means to perform, react, endure, use the strategies in sports under rigorous environments. Motherfucker.
Give me a hell yeah.
Only podcast reviewer has say. If you have a webcam, we'll send you a web link. Hop on the mic, put you on a little screen back there, and talk your shit.
I ain't gonna lie, there was a couple easy ones there.
Of course.
The Lions, Bengals, the Titans, Cards.
Minnesota, Cleveland is easy because I don't trust that rookie.
The Jets,
Houston,
Cowboys.
Baltimore is pretty easy because Baltimore's depleted and it's Cooper Rush. Miami and Carolina is not easy because that's the only one that's a head scratcher.
Yeah, the Minnesota-Cleveland one's interesting, though. I'm not going to lie.
Geno versus Daniel Jones. This is not going to be much of a game. I think the Colts are going to win convincingly.
Yeah.
I think New York Giants is very underrated, and I think
with the Giants,
the Saints.
yeah.
I think Vegas is doing somebody. Well, I think they're trying to rig something here to put the Saints as favorites. And then Dak and trash game. Everybody knows the Dallas Cowboys are going to win that one. Then you got Collar's bye week because the Tennessee Titans ain't going into Arizona and beating them with Cam Ward the way he's been playing. The Lions have another bye week. There's no way in hell Jake Browning is going to beat the Detroit Lions. No way in hell. And then J5, I expect him to be better. He's going to be better than Justin Herbert. What's up, brother? What's up, King Jamie? We were just talking about recapping what we predicted for the weekend. It's King Jamie in the house, everybody.
Give me a hell yeah.
We're over here.
It's like you guys got a bye week.
Yeah, you guys had a bye week. You guys have a bye week. We're just covering your game, your Monday Night Football game. Did you know that Kansas City's on an 8-game win streak versus Jacksonville, and that Jacksonville has never beaten Pat Mahomes? Neither has Trevor Lawrence, for that matter. Trevor Lawrence has never beaten them. Herbert gonna lose, yes.
He said Sherbert.
Sherbert's gonna lose. I agree. And he's not just saying that because he's a Kansas City Chiefs fan. You know what I'm saying? I think there's gonna be a good game. I think Jacksonville's gonna play good defense, but Mahomes has seen. There's nothing Mahomes has never seen before. You know what I'm saying? So
I think the Pats and the Bills game's going to be good, too.
no, he's a fucking bum. The only guy who played worse than him is Jake Browning. If it wasn't for Jake Browning, this is the worst quarterback in the league right here. That motherfucker right there.
Not Call of Duty Kyler? No way.
Nah, Call of Duty kind of still puts up some numbers. His
No,
passer
facts,
ratings
facts.
in the 80s at least. This
Yeah.
guy stays in the 70s. He hovers at 70 or below. This guy's disco as fuck as a quarterback. 70s, bro. Look at him. That's why I call him Sunshine. Just like remember the Titans. It's the 70s. This guy was transported from the 70s into this era, and that's his rating, 72. That's the future of the Jacksonville Jaguars. That's what they spend $40 million a year on, right there. Pathetic. I think you're gonna cover convincingly.
I'll say Worthy. I don't know.
I
I don't know about Thornton, but I'll say Worthy is fast.
I don't think y'all gonna score 30, but I'll say 24 to 13 or something like that. 24 to 10. That's what I think you guys gonna win. I don't see them scoring more than a touchdown against you guys. The Buffalo game, Buffalo's win 7 out of 10 against them. The Denver-Philly game, Denver hasn't beaten Philadelphia since 2013. I'm going to go with house money on that one. I'm going to go with Philadelphia, but I'm only putting the money line. I don't trust that 4.5 spread. I never liked that 4.5 spread because most games win by 3 or 6 or 7 points. I never really see it by 5. So I don't trust that one. I just bet the money line. This is a game that's interesting. Who you got in this game, King Jamie? He's got Baker Mayfield versus Sam Darnold. You got the 14th ranked offense and the 20th ranked defense on the road, ranked by points, not yards, against at home against on the road against the Seahawks, who are ranked 7th on offense and number 3 on defense. This is a solid fucking matchup right here. I think this is the game of the week. And not only that, they're both going to be wearing their throwback unis, King Jamie, because they're both expansion twins. They both came into the league in 1976. Speaking of the 70s, Sunshine Lawrence.
Goddamn white boy.
Who you got in this game? And which throwback uni do you like the most? And don't say Tampa Bay. Don't say Tampa Bay. You're only going to piss me off. I hate those creamsicle shits. They look gay. Sorry. I know I'm not homophobic. But no, it's not a football color, and not in my view.
Oh, it's over.
Yeah. Pereira got his belt back. So Pereira KO'd this guy. Did he tap out? Or was it a knockout?
I don't know what happened there.
He says Baltimore ain't out of it anything. All they did was lose to 3 major contenders. They're gonna go on a mean streak. That game was listen, bro. The Ravens are missing 7 out of 11 defensive starters. They're missing Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson will not be playing tomorrow. I don't think we're gonna be in a win streak anytime soon, broski. That's our main problem, is that we're not healthy.
If CJ loses this game, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, he should not be losing to Cooper Rush. But who do you got in this game, and which uniform do you like the most? Comments. Everybody tuning in. Which jersey do you like the most? The current jersey you see Sam Darnold wear. These are the throwbacks that he's going to be wearing, or the orangecicles, creamsicles that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the old throwbacks, are going to be wearing tomorrow. I like the Seahawks jersey better because I don't like the creamsicles, and I think the Seahawks are going to win this game at home. He's got Tampa Bay and Buccaneers, but it took him a while to get a decision because this is not an easy pick.
I do like the creamsicles actually, but
Oh, not you too. Cheese and rice.
yeah, I do like those.
I don't.
My dad doesn't either.
Seahawks, same. But I think it's working, bro. It hasn't lagged.
Yep.
It hasn't lagged. I think we finally fixed that lag shit. Thank the good Lord. So, the referee stopped it. It was a KO.
Oh damn.
Damn, he's going like this with him. What happened? That's disrespectful. You don't do that. Find his ass, flag him, disqualify him, and strip him of the title he just won. Give it back to the former champion for being unsportsmanlike. Fucking Brazilian, learn how to fucking act in goddamn Vegas. Or where they at? No, it's got to be in Vegas. They wouldn't be in Abu Dhabi at this time. You don't do that after you knock somebody out. You help them up and say, "Good job, man." That's what you do. Have some class, fucking Brazilian. You don't belong around here if you act like
He
that.
was doing that shit that when
And I love Brazilians.
when they try to do like I seen this dude. He tried to put a soda bottle through the bars, and he couldn't put it, so he emptied it out and then put it through. Like, nigga, you got rid of the drink.
No, I don't know.
So then he went like that. I don't know what the dude's name is, but it's fucking
But
hilarious.
that's disrespectful. You don't do that. You don't do that. You just clap your hands for him. Congratulations. At least he's alive. He gets to go back to his family and enjoy his millions he just made. Motherfucker.
Damn, I always knew who that guy was. His name.
Yeah. But I can't wait for tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be good. Let's see what my record looks like after that. Go sign out here, everybody. Appreciate y'all tuning in. We will be back on Monday to recap and see what we learned
Yes, sir.
from week 5 and see who is the bum of the week and the money player of the week. We will see you then. Till then.